Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife video for you. It is not about these three Spydercos. It's about the steel that's on them and this wonderful reborn product, the Aegis EDCi formula. This is meant to protect non-stainless blades. All three of these are at least partially non-stainless. And I found it to work fantastically. I've been using it all summer. All three of these knives are knives I use regularly, and it's been a hot, sweaty summer, and they've been sitting in the pocket of fairly lightweight shorts that I've been sweating like a pig, and they've been fine since I put this on. I was very happy this came out. It was not around when I first started really seriously collecting knives. The company had gone out of business, but now Jim Skelton and a whole couple other people, I'm sorry that I'm not getting names in here, have since brought it back again, and you can get it lots of places. I found the best place to get it quickly. GP Knives carries it $12 for this bottle, and I've used it on a whole lot of knives, and as you can see, plenty of it left. It's been just a really good product. It's kind of removed my fear from carrying non-stainless blades. I admit I had a Manix 2 M4, and I carried it a little bit, and it got some corrosion on it pretty quickly, and I was a bit scared off from that, and I'd put mineral oil on it and stuff, and I got a bit scared off because I don't live in the most humid environment in the world. I'm not like in the bayou in Louisiana or anything, you know. It shouldn't have corroded as much as it did. It was just a little bit, but still it was enough to spook me. And I kind of got so I wasn't going to carry knives with this regularly with non-stainless blades anymore. But since this stuff's come out, and I've carried these three all summer, they've really, my cat is upset with me because I'm talking. It's really convinced me just to not be afraid of it anymore. Spending $12, get this stuff, works in a whole lot of knives. You're talking your D2s, M4s, your crew wear, a whole bunch of them, stuff like that. It works really, really, really well. I've been extremely impressed. And after I talk about how well it's worked for a moment more, I'll show you how to apply it. Super, super easy. As it says, spray on, rub in, wipe off. That's pretty much all you do. And it's worked awesomely. Now, I will say on these two, this is a Spyderco PM2 Knife Center exclusive crew wear version. These and my GB2, the Spyderco Gale Bradley 2 and M4. I did remove the blades to do it and just made sure not to get it on the track of the bushings. I don't know if you have to do that. I don't think this stuff would really affect how well your bushings work very well. But just to be safe, I didn't put it on those parts. But I removed the blade to make sure I got it thoroughly covered because I know I carry these two a whole lot. Didn't have to on the Endura because, as you can see, the only part that's non-stainless is this part. I already forced patina. That is it was before I put the Aegis stuff. I actually put Aegis on it, and then I decided I wanted it to look different, so I cleaned all the Aegis off, and I forced patinaed it. I did a video about that if you want to go back and look, just to make it look different. I liked the more two-tone-ish look. You could hardly tell this was a laminated blade until I did that, so I just wanted a bit more pop. But I will say, since I put it on there, it's locked in that patina really well, and it hasn't changed. And I have not cleaned any of the three of these. I took them out, didn't clean them off a bit, and it's working great. It really locked it in. This one I have actually cut some food and stuff with, actually, and the Gale Bradley I did. After I put the Aegis on, I will say, the previous owners of the company, it said food safe. It does not say that anymore. Jim Skelton has said they have no reason to think that it's not food safe, but they want to go through the full FDA thing before they put that back on the bottle. But the formula is exactly the same. And I didn't eat the food that I cut up with these two. It was more just for test purposes, but I'm sure I would have been fine if I did. I'm not saying it is not FDA approved food safe, but there's no ingredients on there that should make it dangerous. They're just waiting to get their FDA certification, and then that'll probably be back on there momentarily. But especially with the M4, I did want to check it. So I cut up I went and bought some lemons and cut them up and threw them away. I didn't do a whole full like soak test with any of these. I do want to specify that before anybody says you didn't test it enough. I know I didn't, because if you want to see someone who did, go to Cedric and Ada's video. He did an awesome job. Pete really put this stuff through the ringer, and he was impressed. And if there's anyone who is hard to impress, It's said it's Pete from Cedric and Ada, and he really put it through its ringer, and it did really well for him. But as you can see, this has been a lot of hot, sweaty days, and nothing. And I chose these two especially because I'm not nice to either of these. They are regular, just EDC stuff, and if I gotta use them, they get out and they get used. And I can't find any corrosion anywhere. As I said, I did do a very thorough job on these because they are regular carries, so I did remove the blades and stuff. But yeah, I can't find anything. There's some schmutz on there, but 90% sure that's just because I never wiped it off. Yeah, it wiped off whatever it was. I can't really find any corrosion spots. Now I've used an alcohol rub on that, so because I was cleaning another knife earlier, I'm probably going to have to reapply the stuff now, but it's super easy, so not a big deal. But yeah, the stuff seems to work great, and it seems to hold up. I wipe these knives off all the time. You know, after I get done carrying them, I don't usually do it with a wet rag like that when I'm not thinking properly, but you wipe it off. You wipe off all the gunk that's on there. It seems to hold for a while. But again, it's so super easy to reapply. I just do it pretty frequently because it's just so easy. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is. I have a knife here that I've never put it on before because I love the knife, but it's been out to friends and stuff, getting reviewed, and now it's back again. So let's do that. This is a steel will resonant. This is the titanium frame carbon fiber D2 version. Fantastic knife, by the way. I really do love this thing, and especially since I put some knife pivot lube on it. Whack. Ooh my. It's really good. I know I'm going to catch flack because I'm pimping the EDCi and the knife pivot lube, and I know I'm going to get snake oil comments down below, but screw you guys. They both work. I don't know what to tell you. You can be mad if you want, but sorry that they work. I'm not going to take the blade off on this. If I was going to do a really thorough job of this and I wanted to bore you guys, I'd tear it apart, remove the thumb stud, and really, make sure I get behind in here everywhere. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it on the knife. And really, that's all you really have to do. You don't have to remove the blades and stuff. That's just if it's a knife that you really, really care about and you really want to get thoroughly protected. First of all, I'm going to put some more alcohol on this little rub here I have, just to cut a chunk of t-shirt. You want to make sure you have everything off from it. That's why I'm doing this before you do this. And again, the thumb stud's a bit in the way. I would probably remove the thumb stud if I didn't want to bore you guys for longer, which is nice that you can do that on this knife. One of the many benefits of the steel will resonant. Just give it a little blow to make sure it's all dried off there. And all you do, super simple. I'm using this little microfiber kitchen cloth thing. I think I got these at Big Lots, I think. I love saying that. As a comedian, there's not a funnier store name to say in a joke than Big Lots. It's funny. But I got a bunch of these for like $3. They are microfiber. They have this stupid pattern on them, but it doesn't really matter. It's also funny how I have knife thumb so much that a microfiber now, it sticks to my thumb because I have such a callus on the end of my thumb from flipping knives all the time. Silliness. But all you do, just spray it on, as the bottle says, spray on, rub in, wipe off. The rub in part is very important. So you just do this. Again, you're worried about getting it in your pivot or whatever, you can take the blade off. I've done it both ways. Some of my cheaper knives, I've just sprayed it on and not bothered to tear the knife apart. And then you just take a little, like I said, I like these microfiber cloths because they don't suck it all up. If you're using cotton, it might just suck it all up. And then you just kind of rub it in there. Oh, yeah. Just how she likes it. You just rub it all in, make sure you get it, because it does bond with the metal. That's why you're doing this. Make sure I get along the spine here. Because that's often where I see corrosion on non-stainless blades, is along that spine. Just rub it in a minute. I've even rubbed it in a bit too long there. And then a couple of quick swipes to wipe it off. You want to make sure you're not wiping it all off, but once it's bonded to the metal, it doesn't come off. So it's done. That's it. That's all you got to do. And if you do the whole teardown of a blade to make sure you get behind in here and all that stuff, you're probably never going to have to redo that. Just redo this every now and then. Awesome stuff. Super easy to apply, and in my anecdotal evidence, I will admit it is anecdotal evidence by a scientific qualification, by scientific standards, but it's worked great for me all summer. As I said, I regularly carry these two a whole lot, and they've really held up. And I know from my previous M4 experience that I don't think it would have without it. And Cedric and Ada's tests are pretty brutal, and it made an amazing difference. So go check out his video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. A lot of you have been asking for it. Have a good one.